3.9% APR for 60 months. For well-qualified buyers, that means payments as low as $1,837 a month per $1,000 financed. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach, located on Okeechobee Boulevard, or head over to LandRoverPalmBeach.com today for more information on how you can take home the 2025 Land Rover Discovery Sport.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
Ball into the bucket, lays it up and in.
Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Collins!
Another rainy day in South Florida. This seems to be the week of the year where the weather just takes a tumble. The 1 to 2 weeks of winter, as Floridians like to call it. Getting our taste of it this week. Another crappy day on the weather side. But more importantly, we got some Russo and Rizzo to get to on ESPN 106.3. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Christian Cat helping us out. As always, behind the glass at the City Place Studios in downtown West Palm Beach. Got you from 4 to 6 today. Lot to do, lot to talk about. A lot of fun to be had. First things first. The announcement was made yesterday that the Miami Heat, once again, for the second time in about 2 weeks, suspending Jimmy Butler for conduct detrimental to the team. What did he do this time? Missing a team plane to and from Milwaukee. So he did not want to go with the team to the Bucks. For whatever reason, he made a big scene out of it, and the Miami Heat say, all right, 2 games, another suspension. Sounds like they want him just out of the building. Good riddance. Get rid of him. He's a distraction, like they said the first time. But now you're making a show out of it. Now this is a show. And you got everybody, including Mark Spears, the NBA insider, going on inside the NBA and the ESPN shows and saying that Jimmy Butler will go anywhere but Memphis. So hold on. So you want to get out of Miami, but no Memphis. You can't bring him to Memphis. I'll go anywhere else.
He doesn't like the operation there.
One of the more stupidly put up and just it seems fabricated.
Right.
The lengths this went. It doesn't seem real. You're making such a fuss, making millions and millions of dollars, and now all of a sudden, him and the Miami Heat, according to Shams Charania, the relationship is untenable. So it is unfixable, and they are going to be getting him out of there seemingly as soon as possible. But the way Butler's doing it, instead of playing hard, he's making a whole show out of it off the court. Drives me crazy.
And it's hurting the trade stock. It's hurting the Heat's chances of getting rid of him, and it's hurting the organization's chance to probably get a haul for him. Not that you're going to get a haul for a 36-year-old aging superstar, but if Butler gets his act together, I still think he could probably be something to a team that's trying to go for a championship. That's a big if he's going to be able to get his act together as well. Who's to say on his new team that he hypothetically goes to, he's not going to cause a fit? So I'm over this. I'm beyond exhausted talking about it, and I can't wait for Pat Riley to move Jimmy Butler because I think Heat fans feel the same way. I think Heat fans are done with it. And you brought up something in previous shows. Like, this is probably what we're going to remember Jimmy Butler for in Miami, is this back-end baloney that has happened with him complaining about the organization and the organization doing the same thing. It's a giant you-know-what match. Both sides can't get a compromise, and we're all tired of it. We're all tired of it. I'm done with the Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Move on. I understand Pat. I don't blame Pat Riley for not necessarily moving him, but it's time. It's time for this butting of heads to end, and it's time to fix, quote unquote, fix the locker room and give the fans something to cheer for. What are you excited about as a Miami Heat fan right now? That you're a mediocre basketball team and your best player doesn't want to play for your team? It's time to move on from this.
They've lost 4 out of their last 5 games. They're 21-21. They're technically in the play-in, right where Miami likes to be. The 9th seed in the Eastern Conference, awful Eastern Conference at that. So they're 21-21. Jimmy Butler has not been available. He's been a distraction to the team. You have an excellent coach. At a certain point, I think these theatrics, and I can't even blame Miami at this point. What do you want Miami to do? I have no blame towards Pat Riley. Yeah, a little stuck up, a little stubborn, probably a little egotistical. But can we blame him for this? No, absolutely not.
It's time to rid your hands of the situation.
This is a Jimmy Butler problem. This is a Jimmy Butler problem. If you're Jimmy Butler and you're missing flights, you're not being available to the team, it's one thing to have your problems with management. It's another thing to make a show out of it in front of the teammates. Mm-hmm. You're showing you don't care about the team. That's what you're showing.
Right.
Mr. Miami and Mr. Do anything to make it work in the postseason. How does it look now? You're damaging a fairly good legacy that you had in Miami. Miami respected Jimmy Butler.
Big time.
They respected him. And then at the end of Jimmy Butler's career, what is going to be the notable destination that he had? Is it going to be Miami? I don't know about that anymore. Minnesota? He didn't do anything in Philly. At Chicago? He didn't figure it out till year 4.
It'll be Miami for the wrong reasons.
It'll be Miami for the bad reasons. So we're not now at this point. I don't even think you got to think hindsight about this. All these basketball players want to be remembered. Their legacy is so important. But Jimmy Butler's now sitting here making such a show about his exit and such a pout, whiny. It's childlike. You want something to be done? Make it clear to the management. You have their phone number. Make it clear. And maybe he has, and maybe they're not doing anything about it, or maybe they haven't been able to yet. But missing flights, being the conduct detriment to the team. That was Miami Heat's statement when they suspended him the first time. Conduct detrimental to the team. That's exactly what this is. So now these other NBA players who are also going on these flights and going to these hotels and going on these road trips and getting paid not nearly as much as you are, now they're watching you be this much of a nuisance to the team. I'm over it. This is not something that I can look at Miami in bad light about anymore. Because he doesn't deserve that contract, number one. And number two, if he's going to be this much of a child about it, now how can I blame them for not pulling the trigger and selling? And they can't sell high. Now it's just selling low. So from my perspective, the Miami Heat are in a tough spot. I cannot blame that franchise. 888-760-3776. Jimmy Butler once again suspended for the second time since the new year for conduct detrimental to the team. Missed the team flight to Milwaukee. And Jimmy Butler now suspended. Miami Heat with the trade deadline in 2 weeks have to make a quick decision and put something together for him. Shams Charania went on Pat McAfee and said they're working hard, but they're not necessarily working head over heels to the full exhaust to make this work.
When people complain about the NBA athlete and what the NBA has turned into, look no further than this situation. Look no further than this situation and what's going on with the Heat.
Yeah.
Butler is under contract. Has a player option at the end of the year. But he's forcing himself out of this situation by missing a team flight now. And I don't even want to account.
Does this even does it stem from what? A behind closed doors conversation with Pat Riley where Pat Riley probably tried to light a fire under you? Really?
God knows what's happened behind closed doors as well. God knows what's been said in the locker room, and I'm completely speculating here. Maybe nothing's happened. But we're just hearing the stuff that is reported. I can only imagine being a fly on the wall with some of these conversations that the organization has had with Butler. But my shtick here is this is why people are down on the NBA. This is why people are down on the product. What is it? I'm going to go back to what I asked you earlier. What does a Heat fan have to be excited about right now? You told me they got off the Eastern Conference. I agree with you. So they're a back-end team in the Eastern Conference. Oh, that's what the Heat do, though. We got them right where they want them. That's what they're trying to sell right now?
Well, they're not that good. They're not that good. That's the bottom line. They're not that good. Teams are not good in certain leagues.
With the guy who led you to the championship when you had these lower seeds, the guy who led you to the championship and carried you on his back being in one of the lower seeds doesn't even want to be there anymore. I feel awful for the fans. I really do. I feel awful for Miami Heat fans all around the world.
I mean, yeah, won 2 titles within 15 years, but I understand.
It's a long time ago, Kyle.
Fine. I mean, there's not that many teams that have won titles since then, but that's fair. Fair. Charlotte Hornets haven't even gotten to the second round of the playoffs since their inception of the franchise.
But this is a different. This is the Heat are they're known for stability. They're known for hashtag Heat culture.
Yeah.
We're drafting far away from that. I feel like
It's sure, but I mean at this point, if people want to, we were wondering about who to place blame on. Is this a Pat Riley problem because he did it with Wade, did it with LeBron, did it with everybody, or is this a Jimmy Butler problem? It is clear as day. This is Butler's problem. The theatrics, this is too much. You're a grown man making $52 million playing professional basketball, missing flights, going separately. I don't want to see him. Really? Really? For what? Oh, no, but I don't want to go to Memphis. Don't send me to Memphis. Sounds like Memphis had interest in Jimmy Butler, but he wanted to make that apparently clear. So now you want to steer your way to the team you want while never speaking to your teammates or not being available and being difficult on road trips, and outwardly tripling down to management saying, I don't want to be here. Everybody else hears that you don't want to be there. What does that do? That damages leverage. That damages trade value. So now you're worth a whole lot less than you were 6 months ago, and you're making demands? This is stupid.
Is this a reflection of the league? Or is this its own? I don't personally think I've ever seen anything like this.
Beal forced his way out. I mean, yeah, it happens, but nothing
pettiness,
like
pettiness.
Harden's forced his way out of every place he's ever been to. So, I mean, this happens with stars. Yeah, there's probably an underlying theme there. But, I mean, with the Miami Heat, get rid of him. Do whatever you can. Don't worry about the trade haul. Don't take on a terrible contract in return. Just get rid of him. Get rid of him.
End this pissing match. I'm going to say it. I'm tired of it.
If you want to call it balking, if I'm Pat Riley, I am burying him on the Pistons.
Send him to JB Bickerstaff.
That is what I am doing. I am sending him to the worst possible team I can.
Well, Jaden Ivey's hurt. They need a small forward.
Ivey's a point guard.
He could play a lot of positions.
But
Cunningham.
Send him anywhere. Send him somewhere terrible. Just out of spite. You want to play the spite game. You want to be missing team flights and be difficult. You've always been difficult to the media. You want to be difficult every step of the way? Fine. Go suit up for Brooklyn.
Do you want to know what it sounds like they need to do? Trade him to Memphis. He'll go anywhere but Memphis. Trade him to Memphis.
No, well, Memphis doesn't want to trade. Memphis doesn't want to. That's a winning team. That's a team that's second in the East Western Conference. They don't want to give up the price.
Find a way to get him to Memphis.
No, but Memphis doesn't want to do that.
Trust me, I know. Colin, I'm joking.
Okay. They don't want to do that.
But yeah, send him to Memphis.
But a random team giving up nothing, yeah, they'll take him. Sell tickets.
Hornets?
Send him to the Brooklyn Nets.
How about your Hornets?
Hornets have another star right there, so they have a guy that could, I don't know.
You don't think Butler would sell tickets to a fan base that's
I think
starving?
who's ever going to the game is not going to change whether they go to the game or not if Butler is there or not.
Fair enough.
I think they're there to probably see LaMelo. But this is stupid. Just give him up. Give him up. Give him up. You're not going to get a big haul. If you want to get a 5-team trade, let somebody else put it together, fine. That's probably what they're waiting for. They're probably letting another general manager, the one who wants Jimmy Butler, to put together a 5-legged trade, keeping Miami in the loop. And it's a waiting game to let that get to its completion. If I had to guess, that is what's happening.
You said a GM who wants Jimmy Butler.
The one who's going to receive him, there's the incentive.
Does that exist?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there a market?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Is there a market for the contract he's asking for? Probably not. But a playoff team just thinks about the star, and they're the blinders.
And now, right, we're living in the now.
We need a big player for the postseason. Boom, right there. So that's what's going on with Jimmy Butler. Surprise, surprise, he's being difficult. Eric Spoelstra said to the team, he said, get over it. So when this gets in the way of the players, they've lost 4 of their last 5. They're 21-21. When this gets in the way to the other players, Spoelstra, who's a pro's pro, just has to say what he can. Get over it. We're over Butler.
We all are.
We're over it.
We all are.
So now chalk it up to the Jimmy Butler having difficulties with management. Chalk it up. There's another one. What is it? 3 now? So there's your legacy. NBA players care about legacy so much. They care about how they're going to be viewed in the grand scheme of the NBA. How many people are going to view Jimmy Butler as an excellent Miami Heat or who is somebody who's had an excellent Miami Heat career? Not a lot. say goodbye to a jersey retirement.
Right.
And he probably would have gotten one. So he would have gotten one. He would have, hell, they'll build him a statue. Won't look like anything like him, but they would have built one. But now you're not getting any of that. You're not getting any of that in Chicago. You're not getting any of that in Minnesota. You're not getting any of that in Philadelphia. Clock's ticking. And now you're making yourself look bad. You're rich, but for what an NBA player really cares about, the legacy hurts.
What if he grovels when he retires and he grovels the Heat for a jersey retirement? You think if he bends the knee to Pat Riley, they might figure something out?
No. As long as Riley's there, no chance. And he shouldn't. He doesn't deserve it.
Agreed.
Doesn't deserve it. I don't care about those 2 playoff runs anymore. That does not warrant the behavior that's happening right now.
You got 2 Eastern Conference banners out of it, but in hindsight, you didn't win a championship either. And now this?
Doesn't have to be like a championship or bust. There's plenty of great players who never won anything who are astronomically important to the franchise in which they played.
Well, trust me, I know. Being a Cavalier fan as long as I was.
That's the takeaway. Butler is hurting his legacy. I can't blame Miami at this point. And at this point, just get rid of him. Find out somebody willing to take him on. I can't get over this. This is the dumbest thing in the world. The biggest story out of the NBA is a player being disgruntled with his team. It has nothing to do with the storyline of what's happening inside the league. The biggest storyline is of a player that's disgruntled with his team.
That's why I asked you the question. Is this a reflection of the league? Is this why people are turned off and can't take it, quote unquote, serious? It's because of stupid situations like this.
It's probably something to do with it, yeah.
It has to be.
Star-driven. People care about the stars. People care about the brands, yes. But people don't. What's going on the court is not demanding people's attention. That is not necessarily because of what's happening with Jimmy Butler, but the fact that what's happening with Jimmy Butler is of the forefront of the NBA still 2 weeks later. It's a bad look in grand scheme, and it's a bad look for Jimmy Butler. We roll on here. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 1063 888-760-3776, the number to get into the program. Heather Dinich, college football senior writer on ESPN, wrote an article on ESPN.com today talking about the rumblings and what they're going to change or should change or considering changing in regard to the structure of the college football playoff format. Now it's completed. We've seen everything. We're going to give our takes on what should be changed and what shouldn't be changed. Sticking around next, Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 1063.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
What's the Anajar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money, because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Joe Montana here. In my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease. Are you 50 or older like me? The CDC now recommends vaccination against pneumococcal disease. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at increased risk and over 6 times greater risk of hospitalization with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50. Schedule your appointment today at vaxassist.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
The 12-team college football playoff comes to a close, and schools are making out like bandits. Mike Rizzo here from Russo and Rizzo with the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management Program. NIL, name, image, and likeness, has been a topic of controversy in collegiate sports for the last few years. The Ohio State Buckeyes, who just won the national championship, reportedly spent over $20 million on their roster. Not only does NIL give these universities a strategic advantage on the field or court, it also gives them an advantage on the money side for their bottom line. Donors are lining up far and wide with ties to the university to see their teams win. This is the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management Program. Accelerate your career in sports with the program committed to developing top-notch executives and managers with a focus on the job placement for students and graduates. The FAU MBA in Sport Management Program.
The South Florida Fair is open. Get ready for 17 days of entertainment, blending cutting-edge technology with old-fashioned excitement. Visit our Imagine the Future interactive exposition and discover how science fiction is a reality today.
Check all the activities online at southfloridafair.com or download the Fair app. Now through February 2nd in West Palm Beach.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
It's time for baseball in West Palm Beach. Spring training just around the corner, and the Cacti Park of the Palm Beaches is the place to be. Grab your family and friends and soak in the sunshine, green grass, and the crack of a bat. Watch the Houston Astros and the Washington Nationals take on teams like the New York Yankees, the Mets, the Braves. For the first time ever, the Toronto Blue Jays as well. Big stars coming into town. Catch the excitement from February 22nd through March 23rd. Tickets are on sale now at cactipark.com. Don't miss your chance to be part of the action. Secure your seat today. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Christian Cat, as always, for Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3 over on ESPN.com. Earlier today, Heather Dinich, a senior writer for college football, wrote a number of things about what she heard over in the championship weekend in Atlanta, with the championship game being over and done with on Monday. Now, all of a sudden, you could think hindsight in terms of how this went. Scheduling, timing, seeding, teams, everything. Now, if we're going to come up with a couple things here, Mike.
Yeah.
What are the obvious ones that we need to change?
Well, the automatic bias, I think. The automatic bias for...
Get rid of them?
I think so. For the teams...
So that means add teams.
I think so. I think you add 4 more. I think you make it 16.
All right, so you add 6.
I think
you get rid of the bias.
Are you okay with that?
I have no problem with that.
Here's the backlash I've been hearing about is how bad the games were with some of the lower end teams.
So you want to add more?
We're suffering. Those fans are going to suffer because it's going to be probably bad games if you add 4 more teams. You're probably going to get more bad games if you add the top 16. Would you agree?
So you want to add more teams despite it being more bad games?
I personally do, because I think it gives good chances to teams who might usually not be in a situation like this to be on a big stage. But I understand that the games probably won't be the best.
All right.
But that's how you eliminate the buys. You add more teams, and the number 1 team will play 16. Are you all right with that?
I don't think that's the most pressing need. I think 12's okay. I think the one thing, the bottom line, seeding needs to change, right? Seeding needs to change.
The automatic...
Ohio State being an 8 seed should not have happened. The seeding should have been 1 through 12 based on the 1 through 12 best teams.
So where do you put the Buckeyes, though, even though... because
it doesn't matter where I put them. The
Okay.
point is,
Okay.
you got to... Oregon got screwed. It was clear as day.
Yeah.
We knew that the second that bracket came out, Oregon got screwed. So that's because the seeding has a problem.
I think my way of 1 versus 16 kind of guarantees that, though, that they're playing the worst team in the
but I don't have a problem. I mean, sure, that's whether you want more teams or not.
You're seeding. So
you get more games out of it, yes. But, I mean, is it important for me that BYU got into the tournament this year? No, probably not.
Well, Mike, if what happens, if it's 1 through 16 and Ohio State's still the 8, they still play Oregon because Oregon's still going to kick the crap out of the 16.
Yeah, but my point is Ohio State wouldn't have been the 8 if you don't reseed.
Right. What I'm saying is, Mike, like that's where the problem
It doesn't
is.
fix it. What you're saying is adding more teams wouldn't fix what happened this year.
Yes.
Fair enough.
The
Fair enough.
criteria of which they were seeded is the problem.
So let's get to the root then. We'll add more teams, and then, Colin, how do you handle the seeding then? How are you going to seed these
You
teams?
seed it 1 through 16, and if you win a conference championship, you automatically get in. Doesn't matter where, but you automatically get in. That's
Okay.
the bottom line.
It's-
That's an easy one, I feel like. And number 2, one thing I would do, I would change up the scheduling of the season. I would start it a week earlier. Sounds crazy? I would do it.
So August 23rd.
You'd have the week 0. Make that week 1. Why? Because college football should not be impeding with the thick of the NFL playoffs. It shouldn't be. Coming after the divisional round, that game had no juice on Monday. It didn't. And there was no buzz surrounding that game. Comparatively to what happened in the NFL, I know it was Inauguration Day too, even if it was a holiday. That game did $22 million. That's not a great number. Comparatively to $25 million last year when it had Washington as one of the 2 teams. So off of that, I would make it earlier. What's an easy fix to that? Change the day, get out of Monday, make it a Friday, and put it a week and a half earlier. That's how you do it. You do the Friday either heading in to Wild Card Weekend or at the very least, Friday heading into Divisional Weekend. Control the week. That's the way I would do it. And I think it would help create more buzz. It would avoid the NFL. The NFL wants to go hand in hand with them a little bit. And the season, you get another week where, because the NFL is coming to Labor Day. It's coming. So you're going to lose that week 1 exclusivity that the college football loves. So go a week earlier. Those kids train all summer anyway. What difference does it make? Go earlier. You have so many tune-up games. Who cares? And I understand if you go earlier, then you have to make decisions about when rivalry week is, when conference championship week is. They love that coveted Thanksgiving weekend. Those are things that can be worked out. But I think the bottom line is the last game should be earlier and the first game should be earlier. If you want to avoid the NFL, I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, and I think the only reason I could come up with why people didn't watch was because of everything you said. Was because of the inauguration and the NFL.
There's too much going on.
And also, like, this was maybe, and Christian, maybe chime in here too. Maybe I'm biased as a Buckeye fan, but I thought this was a pretty good matchup. Notre Dame and Ohio State, 2 huge brands.
Which is why there's a question around why that game only did $22 million.
And that's the only thing I could attune it to is that inauguration day.
It's the timing.
And I just, maybe I'm bitter because it didn't outdo Michigan. Maybe I'm always competing with Michigan at some point, but that game should have done more. I thought it should have been.
They didn't handle it right.
27 or 28. That was my guess going into it.
It controls no narratives going into the weekend.
Now, with that said, so now
I would change the seating. I would make the season earlier.
Okay.
But you're on the favor of expanding the playoffs.
Expand it. And would you get rid of the rule of you automatically have to have the best of the non-power 4? Would you? Because, like, remember going into this year, we're like, all right, who's going to get that bid of the best of 5? What do we call it, the best of 5 bid? Boise State obviously had an incredible year. They were very deserving. But what are some years where you don't really have a team that's dominating and in the top 16? Are you still putting
Yes.
Okay, you are. All right.
Because that helps the regular season.
Agreed. It helps the regular season. It comes to my point of giving more teams an opportunity. How likely is it for one of these lower end teams? Like, are we going to see a lower end team one day? Are we going to see an SMU beat a Penn State? Are we going to see
one game?
It's so hard
Make
in
a
football.
run? I don't think so.
It's so hard in football to have a Cinderella. Like in basketball, I feel like it's easier in basketball to have a Cinderella. Would you agree? Dude, there's not a lot of, let's put it this way. You got 5 guys on the court in basketball, and it's a completely different sport. In football, there's so much that goes into recruiting, I think, a little bit more, and players and the Jimmies and the Joes than basketball. I really think there's a much more bigger gap there between football and basketball. So it's hard to get one of these Cinderellas, and it bodes the question. And the reason I keep bringing it up is because it's what my buddies kept blowing me up about, Colin, is these games stink, or is these games stink. I don't necessarily disagree with them, but I like giving the opportunity to an SMU.
Yeah, but there's no interest. These games are over in the halfway through the first quarter. And that's even with some of the good teams. So I understand giving teams, it gives more, I guess, little rah-rah to the regular season. But that's why I thought 12 was good, because there was only about 3 to 4 locks. I mean, other than, of course, the conference champions, you had probably 3 or 4 that were definitely getting in.
Then let's disregard the 16 then.
I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean,
right.
You think you want to go 16.
I seem to be on the losing end on multiple fronts on it, though. It seems like I'm the one who wants more college football, even if they're bad games.
I didn't watch that and thinking, this tournament needs more teams. I didn't watch that, and that was not my takeaway. My takeaway was the wrong teams are playing at the wrong time.
My way of fixing the bye would have been to add more teams, but it seems like we could probably get to a better compromise.
But I didn't think was the bye that big of an issue?
I mean, Oregon, all the bye teams lost, correct?
Yeah, but that was would you chalk that up to seeding or the fact that they had the week off?
I would chop up, to your point, Georgia didn't have their starting quarterback. Boise, they're the reason we're trying to fix it.
Boise, Arizona State probably shouldn't have had buys.
Right, but
Oregon
they played,
got screwed with seeding, and Georgia didn't have their quarterback. It probably
did come. The one we're probably griping about the most is Oregon, because it penalized the best regular season team, and that's not right. I completely understand that. They played the best team in the field clearly after they won the national championship in the Buckeyes, and they probably should have had the Penn State route. If you probably would have redone it, Oregon should have had the Penn State route, and Penn State should have had that route. And obviously, Ohio State probably shouldn't have been ranked 8th. There are a lot of what ifs. Folks, bear with me.
Now it's been floated that the playoff would expand to 14. There were conversations amongst chancellors and athletic directors and commissioners that maybe they would go 14, and the SEC and the Big Ten would get 4 apiece locked bids, and the ACC and the Big 12 would get 2 apiece. So there's conversations like that with just 1 at large and then 1 group of 5. So that's a possibility. But then there were also rumblings of the ACC commissioner, Jim Phillips, telling a small group of reporters, allegedly, that his league would discuss giving its regular season champion a bye, and the teams that finish 2nd and 3rd in the league would play in the ACC title game. What does that do? That gives another opportunity for a team that maybe is less deserving of a bye to get, not a bye, an automatic bid to get a bid, and then all of a sudden your regular season champion probably has the resume to hold up. Gives your league a chance and more teams in the playoff.
It
kills that game.
Yeah, it's killing the conference championship.
That's what that is. It's a loophole. So off of that, the fact that that's a discussion, that's all about automatic bids and seeding.
Yep.
So
that's a threat. I feel like that's more of a threat.
That's definitely a threat.
That's a threat to the college football playoff committee.
It's definitely a threat, because then they hear that that the Big Ten and the SEC are saying, well, we want 8 out of the 12 or 8 out of the 14 in the field. And the ACC's like, all right, well, if you want to play by loopholes, usually our top-ranked ACC regular season champion will get a bid, and we're just going to throw our 7th and 8th team through there, and then all of a sudden a random team gets a bid.
If that actually happens, I might chain myself to ACC headquarters. Like, that's an injustice.
It's.
Do you want to know what I got to say?
If you're an ACC guy, I could see the line of reasoning.
You want to know what I got to say to the ACC? Get better. Get better. You suck right now.
Fine.
Call me a spoiled fan. You suck right now. Clemson, you're bringing back Klubnik? Good luck, mate. Good luck, Clemson.
Acting like that's a bad thing?
Good luck, Clemson.
Acting like that's a bad thing?
Move on.
It's probably a Heisman candidate.
Move on. That guy not winning anything next year.
All right. You're just saying that just to say that. He was a good player.
He's not winning anything, dude. Georgia, he pooped the sheets and he lost to Texas.
Stop. You're just saying that to say that. I'm not listening to that. We're not having an argument about the Clemson quarterback right now, but you know you're wrong. He had 39 touchdowns and 4 interceptions.
ACC, get better.
Right.
Get better. Don't get pissed. Get better.
Right. Well, it's a loophole. That's fair. Seeding problems, of course, were discussed as well. And, of course, the SEC and the Big Ten continuing meetings of whether they are going to demand 4 automatic bids. So now you got the Big Ten and the SEC sort of joining hands in a monopolized version of we want to control this playoff. There's arguments that they should be, that the best teams come out of those 2 conferences, fine. But what's the point of expanding the playoff if you're not going to give the chance to the little guy? Wasn't that our whole line of reasoning?
It was.
And but we're going to just stick 2 conferences in there. So that's why it's not fair.
You want to know how the argument is you fix it by adding more teams. And then you go back to the whole argument I brought up of, they're going to be bad games, though. So
I guess then you're hurting the regular season.
If you add 16, obviously half of it would be Big Ten and SEC, and the other half, the rest.
So if you're Oregon and you don't really care because there's no bye at play, and you're undefeated, you don't have to play last 2 games. You're going to get a bid. 16 teams. Does it really matter where you are?
And I think this year proved that the conference championship really doesn't mean much because Ohio State didn't play in it and they still won. Now, it means something to the fans who want to win their conference. And how do you win the conference? You go to the championship at the end of the season and win it. But in hindsight, you rather have a national championship over a conference championship. So where does it, to your point of Oregon not wanting to play, it does. It hurts the integrity of it too a little bit to an extent.
Little strange. If there's a clear fix of that college football playoffs, if you're going to adjust something, I think seeding should be far and away number 1. And I think that from there, seeding will fix a whole lot. And then determine how you want to structure it from there. I would make it earlier. I think the amount of games is okay. You could utilize Thanksgiving Day or New Year's Day for the semifinals instead of the quarters. Instead of going 1 game on New Year's Eve and then 3 the next day, you could just do 2. And then you could push it and have the season over and done with by the time you either get to wildcard weekend or at least before you get to divisional weekend. That's the way to do it.
I'm going to press you on the ranking. I'm going to keep pressing you on the rankings because
have the committee make it. They do it. They rank the teams. Use the ranking. It's right there. Instead of trying to structure an NFL-like postseason where the team, the talent between the teams is a whole lot more thin comparatively to college. Instead, you should just reward teams that put together great resumes. Make it 1 through 12, 1 through 14, whatever it is.
Is the bracket system a problem?
In what way?
Want pool play?
I mean,
what do you suggest?
Round robin.
Yeah. Is that what you're suggesting?
I'm not suggesting it. I feel like the NFL doesn't. You mentioned it to the NFL and it made me think. Isn't the NFL the best? Aren't they the best at doing this?
The clear way. Hold on. The discrepancy between the teams, the differences between the teams is far too large. It's not that way in the NFL.
Yeah, it's probably more parity.
There's way more parity, and they want to make the divisions important. So you cannot hurt divisional matchups because that's why you have them in Week 18.
With Ohio State and Oregon, that's the problem. That's the root of the problem.
Well, another problem is Boise State, and then
getting the
State.
bye. We fixed that by the bye week, right? By getting rid of the bye week and having them play first round against.
It seems like you're not following. Are you not following our line of thinking here?
I guess not, because
the existence of the bye week is not the core of the issue. It's who got the bye week.
You want to reward teams. You want the teams that are already locked into the playoff to play for something like a bye.
Because, where are you ranking? Ohio State probably deserved 8. It was the hardest path. Ohio State got the hardest path out of any team.
It didn't deserve 8.
They lost to Michigan at the end of the year, though. They had 2 losses.
Stop. It doesn't need to circle to an Ohio State discussion, but Boise State and Arizona State were ahead of them.
And it's also not really that where Ohio State deserved to be at. It's who deserved to play Ohio State. Because Oregon didn't deserve to play Ohio State.
And this isn't me making it about Ohio State. It's just making the argument of they had 2 losses. And I asked you about rankings because how do you want we talked all year about how
do you
the
want
committee.
To do it? It's right there. You don't give the conference champions the automatic buys. That's it. Right there. 1 through 16. You're helping Notre Dame because then they could get a bye. Fine.
Okay.
Deal with it. Would you agree with this, Christian?
I think we're closer on Colin's line of thinking. I don't know if I agree completely because of the Notre Dame problem. I think Notre Dame
it's the one outlier. It's the one outlier.
Yeah. Although now you have teams like Penn State would have had a bye despite not winning the conference.
We're also trusting the committee to rank them how they should be.
Well, I'd rather.
Right?
I mean, that's what we dealt with for all the years of the 4 team.
Right.
So that's something you deal with. We're going to have to deal with that regardless.
They might get it wrong, you know?
Time to give away some tickets for those of you. Family time. Want to go spend some time when the weather gets a little nicer, even this week. Strike when the iron's hot. The South Florida Fair. You know what's going on right here in West Palm Beach. We got 4-pack of tickets. A 4-pack. 4 tickets, a family pack to the South Florida Fair. You could use them Tuesday through Friday. Tuesday, Friday of this week. And Tuesday and Friday through Friday of next week. How are we giving them away? All you got to do is call. 5th caller, 888-760-3776. Call for a chance to win 4 tickets, a pack of 4 tickets to the South Florida Fair. They're good for Tuesday through Friday. All you got to do, call 888-760-3776. We announce our winner after the break. Win some tickets to the South Florida Fair. 888-760-3776. We'll take a timeout. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast, professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Now at DQ Grill and Chill, enjoy $7 meal deals, the 3-piece chicken strip meal deal, and the original cheeseburger meal deal. Both come with fries, a 21-ounce drink, and a sundae. Sweeten the deal and upgrade to a small Blizzard treat for just $2 extra. Get more for less at DQ Grill and Chill with the $7 chicken strip meal deal and $7 original cheeseburger meal deal. DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
The 2024 Land Rover Discovery, built for those who seek both adventure and luxury. With 2.9% APR for 48 months, now is the perfect time to drive into your next journey. For well-qualified buyers, that's as low as $17.92 a month per $1,000 financed. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today off Okeechobee Boulevard, or head over to LandRoverPalmBeach.com and take home the 2024 Discovery today.
Hi, I'm Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. As you have likely seen and heard, law firm advertising is at an all-time high. Attorney ads seem to be part of every radio and TV commercial segment. Some firms are even using paid actors and actresses to speak for them. At Smith Ball Baez and Prather, we know that the decision to hire a law firm should never be based on advertisements alone. It is our past results and many positive 5-star reviews that we encourage you to read at smithball.com to learn more about our law firm. We have board-certified lawyers. We have lawyers listed in the best lawyers in America and in super lawyers. But most importantly, we have experienced lawyers located right here in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast that are ready to be your advocate and your voice, and fully prepared to start fighting for your legal rights today. Our purpose, legal power. Our mission, huge results. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball Baez and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball Baez and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Congratulations to Curtis for winning the tickets, the 4-pack of tickets to the South Florida Fair. Curtis gets those tickets, and if you called and missed out on the opportunity to get these tickets, we are continuing the giveaway over on Facebook at ESPN West Palm. Go take a look. We got giveaways for the South Florida Fair going on there, so go check it out. Facebook, ESPN West Palm. Till when, Christian?
5:30. That's when it closes.
45 minutes from now. So go check it out. Facebook at ESPN West Palm. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Christian Cat. As always, on ESPN 106.3, live in South Florida. Crappy weather, but we're rolling on here. You got championship weekend coming up. 2 games on Sunday. You got the Washington Commanders, of course, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And then you got, once again, the Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes game, where Josh Allen has played well against Mahomes in the regular season. He has not had the same luck in terms of wins and losses in the postseason. So this is going to be the storyline of 2 ways of can Josh Allen get over the hump, and can Jaden Daniels continue to surprise everybody?
Right.
And if there's one thing that's probably more likely to happen, I think people are counting out the Commanders, but I think it's Josh Allen's time to take that next step. And that's what I'm expecting. I really am. On the road, after beating them already in the regular season, that to me will be the storyline come Monday.
Picked them to win on Tuesday. I'm sticking with that, Kyle. I also want to add another layer. If the Bills don't get past the Chiefs this year, like, is it ever going to happen? Like, is this the year? Obviously, with Josh Allen as quarterback and playing at the elite level, you always have a chance. But it just seems like, my God, if you don't do it this year, after all the heartbreak you've suffered against this team, the missed field goal. I know it was the tie-it last year, but it was still a missed field goal. The Bills are haunted by missed field goals. The overtime game, losing to the Bengals. This has been a long time coming. This is round 4. For 3 years, the Bills have been a prominent member in the AFC playoffs and a title contender. We're in year 4 now. Nothing lasts forever. And I'm not calling the Bills dead even if they lose this year. But you really start to wonder if it's ever going to happen. Are we going to have a Dan Marino situation with Josh Allen? I certainly hope not, because the Bills are a franchise that you want to see have success. They're a tortured lot. They're a tortured fan base.
Yeah.
I want the Bills to win. I have a saying, Kyle. I'm hitching my wagon to the Bills, buddy. Usually I don't. Usually I couldn't care less who's left if my team's not in there. I am a sympathizer for the Buffalo Bills. Hitch me on that wagon, partner. Get the trailer, the Seacat. You got the U-Haul. Get the damn U-Haul. Throw me on the back of that Bills.
This will be the year you find out if this is going to be a waiting game for Kansas City to run its course. Sounds like Brady. But you're going to wait for them to run their course, and then you'll take advantage of the AFC opportunities. Or can they finally be dethroned in the postseason? You want to mention Cincinnati? Okay. But this is a team that has remained victorious, who has played in the AFC title game or better in every year of Mahomes' career. Are they beatable in a big spot? Or can they actually be dethroned? Or is this going to be a waiting game for everybody else to sit and wait until Reed and or Mahomes split apart, one retires, something happens where they take a step back.
Yeah, and
that will be a determining factor. You're going to wait for them to be done before you take them. You can't take their plate. You're going to wait for them to be done.
And last year, the Chiefs flirted with disaster. They didn't score a point in the AFC Championship game. All right. I don't think they played the cleanest game ever in that Super Bowl either, going to overtime with the 49ers.
Mahomes is great.
Mahomes is awesome. But they flirted with disaster a little bit too in that Texan game. The Texans had a chance, I thought, numerous times to win. Now, the refs weren't the reason the Texans didn't win the game. But calls have been going their way. My point is, the Chiefs are vulnerable. I think this is a great time for the Bills to cash in. This is a great time for Josh Allen with a great run game. I'm loving what he's doing running the ball as a quarterback as well. He threw for under 150 yards, and they found a way to win the game.
Another thing about that game, Patrick Mahomes does not need to play his best in order for the Chiefs to win that game. Josh Allen is going to need to play
you think
his
so?
best. Yes, to play his best in order to win that game.
But haven't the Bills proved that even when he's not at his best, they're in these games and they got chances to win at the end of these
against Kansas
games?
City?
It's a different beast.
Against Kansas City? Beast. Now, to one point, Josh Allen has played some of the best football of his career against Kansas City in the postseason, and it hasn't worked out. Regular season, fun fact, Josh Allen is 4-1 versus the Chiefs, averaging 26 points per game, 300 offensive yards per game, 13 touchdowns, 4 turnovers. In the playoffs, he's 0-3, but averages 28 points per game, 342 offensive yards per game, 9 touchdowns, 1 turnover. So, not much of a drop-off at all. Played fantastic, but what's changed? The Bills know how to win, so that will help. But I think it's going to be a need to be a mixture of magic and right timing and Josh Allen playing the best football of his life. You need magic. It's almost a miracle to beat Kansas City.
So you're saying a 300-yard, 3-touchdown game, no interceptions.
I'd be blown away if Josh Allen can sleepwalk. They could sleepwalk his way to that victory. That he's going to need to wear the cape.
Yeah. I mean, the 127 yards and no tutties through the air.
It's not Kansas City. It's not Kansas City. That's the bottom line. is it's not Kansas City. And you almost feel bad for Josh Allen at that point because it's just Kansas City that has been the problem for him. But then you think about Peyton Manning. Out of the first, I think, 8 playoff runs that he had, 5 of them he lost the first game. He lost a lot of bad games, Peyton Manning, before he really turned it around. Similar to Lamar.
Yep.
So you could always turn it around at a certain point. Peyton Manning was never a great postseason player, so there's something to be said there. But sometimes it's about timing. Right place, right time. We were lucky that in the early part of this era with the pocket passer, that Breeze got his time, and then Roethlisberger had his time a couple times. Then Rodgers had his time. Flacco had a time. Everybody kind of got their piece of the pie. You're not seeing that now.
Mahomes is hogging.
You are not seeing that now. Mahomes is hogging the pie. So for that, you got to root against him. But for that also, he's too good to play mediocre. He's too good.
And especially their defense, too. I mean,
he's too good.
You mentioned that the Lions got outlined in their loss to the Commanders. So could the Bills out-chief the Chiefs?
That's the way to do it.
Can they out-chief the Chief?
That's the way to do it. Let the game fall to you, weirdly enough.
Situational football, baby.
That's how you do it. And one thing I got to think about, too, I'm looking a little ahead here. But if Kansas City finishes off with a great run, or even if they lose, I could see Andy Reid walking away. I could totally see that. He got his 300 wins. He's had a terrific career.
I thought a little bit like that last year, to be honest.
But then a three-peat flirts. So you have your opportunity at the three-peat. You go for the three-peat. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I think at that point, once you get that 2 out of 3, I think it
makes sense too.
It'd be a good time to walk away.
If you get the three-peat, it's like you already did something nobody else has done. So why need to push the envelope?
Does
and
4 in a row entice you that much?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Risk losing on the way out? No.
You want to know what they're saying now, too, is Brady never three-peated.
And there's something to be said about that. There's something to be said about that.
Those are the conversations of Brady never three-peated.
It's not like a loss in this round or the Super Bowl this year would say, all right, now we got to strap back up for 3 more years after this to try to get the three-peat. That's not really the line
That's not what they're going to do.
No.
So either he's going to end on the high note, on the ultimate high note of a three-peat, or I could totally see him walking away and see how that goes. He's old. He's been in the league for a very, very long time. Let him walk away. And I don't think a Chief fan would complain about that.
And this is probably a conversation to be had if and when he does walk away. Is there like a clear lineage with the Chiefs after Reid, post Reid? I can't think of anybody.
Hang on, Spags? Or is he a lifelong DC at this point?
At this point, if he hasn't, wasn't he one of the most unsuccessful head coaches of all time? That's why he's back to coordinating, and that's where he is probably the best coordinator of all time. There's been a coordinator in the Hall of Fame.
Definitely the best coordinator, but you don't think maybe he deserves a second chance? His fingerprints have been all over
that would be my
team.
first guess. That would be my first guess at Spags.
But
if he were to walk away. You don't look outward at that point. You
got to do something from within. Oh my God, hang on, guys. Is Matt Nagy still on the staff?
Yeah.
Oh my
He's
God,
the offensive coordinator.
The rebirth of the hashtag clueless one, Matt Nagy.
Well,
Mahomes loves him.
Well, hold on.
Mahomes loves
Watch him be great.
Well, yeah,
with an organization that is stable. Watch him be great.
With Patrick Mahomes.
Watch him be great.
If he's not great, I got some. If he's not great, I got some real issues.
And to the argument that everything Mahomes does from now on is being compared to Brady.
Yeah.
For the right reason.
Yep. But I woke up and got my Twitter feed up. A couple of the shows were talking about it, and everyone had an opinion on it. I go, Brady didn't three-peat.
That's kind of the only motivating factor for Patrick Mahomes is big picture legend being built. It's stacking Super Bowls and stacking accolades versus winning individual games.
Yeah.
Which is kind of unfulfilling because a Chiefs fan isn't like ecstatic right now. They have a 2-game season for the length of how this goes. Maybe post-Reid Mahomes, maybe all of a sudden we see a completely different organization. But right now, with this chemistry and with this combination, as unstoppable as they have been, it's only about these next 2 games.
We saw Belichick falter, Colin, when Brady left. Like I say falter. They made the playoffs with Mac Jones, and then after that, it was a disaster. Couldn't get draft picks or whatever. Usually when one leaves, it falls apart.
And Colin, you looked like you were giving pause when I said we don't know what a non-Andy Reid Mahomes team looks like. Why do you hesitate with
That's
that?
fair to assume that there would be some regression. Maybe it's the perfect marriage. But I think the great quarterback has proved time and time again that the coach doesn't necessarily make as much of a difference once you're at that level. Yeah, the middle of the pack guy needs a great coach, a great marriage. But when you're as good as Rodgers, you're as good as Brady, you're as good as any of those guys, you could succeed in other spots.
Yeah. Brady, to hit that point, Brady championship in Tampa Bay. Rodgers, I know he never won the championship, boys, but 4-time MVP. What did he win? Three more after Big Mike McCarthy?
Yeah. He won 3, I believe. 3 in a row. So
Peyton Manning without Dungy?
Manning won. Yeah, Manning was great.
Who do you have, Fox?
Yeah.
Don't tell me. Fox.
So off of that, I think that the great quarterback can out-trump the great coach. It's not necessarily proven that the great coach can out-trump the great quarterback, which is an interesting thought. Because there's an example A with Bill Belichick.
Yeah. Let's try to think. Has there been a coach who's kind of done what we're talking about here?
Sean Payton this year.
He didn't win a Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, but we're
is it? I thought that's what we were measuring on.
Okay.
Is it?
I guess. I mean, I see. I see it. I mean, there's a number of great coaches in the NFL with any quarterback. Harbaugh's been great for a long time. Like, with number of quarterbacks, fine. But it's, to me, the quarterback is the star at the top of the puzzle. It is the star over the coach. It is likely the star over the general manager. That is the key piece.
It's to count, so it's probably what you have it's what you want to have figured out of anything.
So, and Brady proved that. I think Mahomes is probably at the point where he is so good that he could prove that. Mahomes is coasting right now. Coasting.
3,900 yards, over 25 touchdowns again.
Coasting.
Now, I will say his interceptions are up. If there's one thing I can't complain about over the last couple of years, I guess he's thrown a little more interceptions than he used to, but he's still fine. So I'm big on the situational football. That's been my theme of the playoffs. Mahomes is one of the best at situational football.
Mahomes is chasing one person. He's chasing Brady. That is it. Now, the one thing that Brady will always have over him is Brady has Mahomes' number in the playoffs.
Head-to-head at the tail end of the career, there's no way of getting around
For two different teams.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah.
That's almost as if you're an Ohio State fan and Michigan talks about this season.
And before the Chiefs were the Chiefs, the Chiefs were a lot like Baltimore.
Christian, why do you do that?
Before the Chiefs became the Chiefs, they were a lot like Baltimore. They got in their own way a lot of times. Yeah, even with Smith there, D Ford offsides.
Andy Reid was a laughingstock because of how he managed the clock.
They get in their own way. Then, once the Patriots run their course, somebody's got to take up that mantle. That's when the Chiefs stepped in, and now all of a sudden you can't beat them in any situation. There's got to be somebody after that. It's about who can win a game ugly, who can win it clean.
Yeah. Are you guys Game of Thrones guys? You ever watch Game of Thrones?
Oh, yeah, about 3 times, yeah.
Kingslayer. We need a Lannister. We need a Jamie Lannister, the Kingslayer to slay Patrick Mahomes,
and
baby.
Beat Buffalo, and if it's not going to be Buffalo, it's got to be Washington.
Washington's not winning that game. Colin, I want to talk myself into Washington winning that game. I can't. I can't.
They beat Detroit. So now we draw the line in Philadelphia?
I guess so. I don't know. It's my gut feeling.
They beat Philadelphia in the regular season.
The pit of my stomach is telling me I'm going to have to deal with Philly fan for another week.
I think people are doubting Washington once again. Doubting Washington.
Right where we want them.
Play behind. They got nothing to lose. That is dangerous. Philly has all the pressure in that game. Washington scores first in that game. If they score first on Sunday, similarly to Detroit in that second quarter after the Goff interception, things get tense. People start booing. That would be a tricky spot if you're Philadelphia because you cannot go drive for drive with them. Your offense isn't good enough. So you're going to have to shut down an offense that hasn't been able to be shut down this entire postseason. We continue the conversation next to a little 5 and 5. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Improve your golf game fast at the all-new Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center has the facilities, tools, and coaching you need. Enjoy the best facilities in the area with an expansive chipping and putting area, practice bunkers, a huge putting green, plus a 2,000 square foot indoor training area with 3 hitting bays, cutting-edge analysis technology, and more. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center in the heart of Palm Beach County off I-95 and the Turnpike. Find out more at KaiserGolfCenter.com.
Anajar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Banyan Printing, your trusted printing, mailing, and signage partner in the Palm Beaches for over 45 years. Banyan Printing's new metallic ink press adds that extra shine so that your product comes out in glossy gold, sparkling silver, or any other color you want to shine. Banyan Printing is the official printer of Kaiser Athletics and would love to be your official printing partner as well. Order products and learn more about what Banyan Printing can do for your business at banyanonline.com or call 561-586-6220.
Joe Montana here. In my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease. Are you 50 or older like me? The CDC now recommends vaccination against pneumococcal disease. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at increased risk and over 6 times greater risk of hospitalization with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50. Schedule your appointment today at vaxassist.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
The all-new 2025 Land Rover Defender 130. Designed for adventure, built for luxury. With seating for up to 8 and power for any terrain, it's ready to take you further. Now with financing as low as 3.9% APR for 48 months. That's just $22.53 a month per $1,000 financed. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today or go to LandRoverPalmBeach.com to start your adventure in the 2025 Defender 130.
Lithium batteries need to be disposed of properly. We've seen fires in recycling and garbage facilities here in Palm Beach County. Don't throw your lithium batteries into the garbage and don't put them in your recycle bins. Visit us at swa.org/LIB.
Hey everyone, it's Kevin Love.
This is Bam Adebayo.
This is Terry Rozier.
This is Jaime Jaquez Jr.
This is Nikola Jovic.
This is Duncan Robinson.
This is Tyler Hero of your Miami Heat, and you're listening to ESPN West Palm.
ESPN 1063 is your home for Miami Heat basketball.
At Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Theo here. EDS is yes. You've heard me say that over and over. So I need you to keep this website in mind too. EDSIsYes.com. For the most trusted AC specialist here in Palm Beach County, EDSIsYes.com. For 24/7 support, EDS is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. There are so many reasons why EDS is yes when it comes to your air conditioning and plumbing. EDSIsYes.com. That's EDSIsYes.com.
Hey, golf fans, Colin Russo here. Looking to improve your game? Flagstick Golf Performance, the ultimate indoor golf experience, is now open in Boynton Beach. With 3 indoor simulators and a state-of-the-art putting studio, Flagstick helps players at all levels up their game. Get lessons from experts, try the latest clubs, or just come up for a round in the simulators. You can track your stats and see real improvement. Flagstick is where serious golfers and beginners find their edge. Bring your friends or family and enjoy golf like never before. Visit flagstickgolfperformance.com to book your session.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
All into the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game, Rizzo.
Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Colin!
If you've been in a car accident, truck accident, or suffered a slip and fall, my friends Mark Anajar and Glenn Levine over at Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys are here to fight for you. They don't charge you unless you win. They work tirelessly to get you the maximum compensation that you deserve. Listen, they're the best in the business for a reason. Why settle for just any attorney? All you got to do, demand Anajar and Levine today, because that's the Anajar and Levine difference. All it takes, one phone call to take back control of your life. Don't wait. Call today. That's 1-800-747-FREE. 1-800-747-3733. Call for your free consultation today and take back control of your life with Anajar and Levine. It's Russo and Rizzo's second hour here on ESPN 106.3. We're from the City Place Studios in downtown West Palm Beach. Weather clearing up a little bit, getting a little lighter later in the day. Starting to notice that.
I thought this was, are we ever going to see the sun? I mean,
we've been unlucky.
I'm in Peoria in March right now. What's going on here? I thought it was 75 and sunny.
This is the week of the year.
Okay. The 1 week? It's only 1 week.
I don't know this.
Colin, is it only 1 week?
Well, see, this week, a couple of years ago, was Christmas week, where the weather was just poor as can be. The rain and the cold and the darkness. I don't know. I thought yesterday was the worst weather day of the year. And I said, you know what? Look at it in the good way. You'll never have a worst weather day in 2025 because we're having it right now. But today isn't much better. It sucks as well.
Yeah, dude.
You got dogs. You take them out, their paws get muddy. It's an awful experience.
Very specific complaint.
Yes. Yeah. I got the bachelor pad right now. Nobody's saving me. It's just me right now. Girlfriend's out of town for a night. Yeah.
You have a carpet?
No, but I have like a rug. I got to hold the dogs. Got 2 of them. So you open the door. The dogs run outside. But when you open the door, they both want to rush in. So you got a single file line. They both don't want to be out there. And you got to hold their legs and scrape their paws against the rug. And then they still end up getting muddy anyway.
Yeah, I haven't been able to run outside. Kyle, I think I told you a few months ago I've been running outside. I've been banished to the treadmill.
Wouldn't this be good, though? Because if you're running, like you're kind of staying warm that way, and this cools it down?
No, I like to sweat. I'm a weirdo. When I work out, I love to sweat. Get it all out. Get all the garbage and toxins.
But you still sweat, right?
Indoors.
Oh, all right.
I don't know.
No, yeah, no. I trust me. I still am sweating on the treadmill, but there's something about, being out, going outside, getting sweat on.
I still don't have a rug.
Colin, you have anything?
No.
And we need to fix that.
No,
your parents are coming in town.
Yeah, that's going to be rough.
Kyle,
my parents asked for a picture of the apartment. I refused.
Recently, because this was a problem when he first moved in.
Nothing's changed.
I told Colin, this is the week it gets changed.
Hold on. I can't get burned here.
I know.
Because I asked for a bunch of real, applicable, practical stuff from family for Christmas. They don't know what to get me. I don't need clothes. Get me an air fryer. Didn't get it. Get me a stainless steel pan. Didn't get it.
No. What you should have been asked is, hey, can I have a couch? May I please have an entertainment stand?
They're not
can
wrapping
I have
a couch. It's not putting it under the tree.
May I have a dresser?
I have a closet.
A pan would be a good gift.
Colin, you need it.
Great gift.
Because, you need it. It's a necessity.
And
also,
it's
you wouldn't-
annoyingly expensive for a high-quality one.
Exactly. And you feel good as a gift giver. Like, yeah, this isn't that, flashy, but I can make it flashy.
You're going to use it every day.
Get the ones that as seen on TV where the eggs swirling around.
Uh-huh. That's what I asked for. You're speaking my language. And guess what I didn't get? That.
So what you need?
I feel like that was a layup.
The green pan, right?
It's the stainless steel. I don't know. Something like that. It was a layup. I didn't know why I didn't get that.
We could get pan. You could get pans and stuff easily on your own.
But I don't want to get a
Colin,
crappy pan.
You need a couch with a big old rug. You put the rug down first, put the couch in, maybe get a recliner chair, get an entertainment stand for your room, for your TV.
You can get used to anything.
desk.
I'm a big believer. You can get used to anything.
You don't need a rug.
You can get used to anything.
Do you wear slides around your apartment and stuff?
I got these little slippers. Yeah.
Exactly. Let's see. You don't need a rug. I feel like the rug is there to make your feet feel better, not your apartment look better.
Does it look the same as the picture you sent us?
A little bit more put together. It's got a coffee table.
Okay, so it's got the coffee table that Jess, our coworker here at ESPN
Donated
West
because
Palm,
she had it in her
donated you.
garage. So that's it. That's all I got.
So you have
That's all I got.
You have the soccer mom fold-out chair. You have the couch, and you have the table.
It's a seat. It's a recliner.
Okay.
So it's just one. So it's seated for two.
Gotta get you my furniture guy.
You have a what?
I got a furniture guy.
We're working on it. Now,
Is he wanted to?
Colin has friends. CCAT. Colin has friends coming down President's Weekend.
So that's what, a month from now?
And I told him, I said, put me to work.
You know what else I asked for?
You need help?
You know what I also asked for? An air mattress. Very practical.
Yes, very, very practical. When I had friends come for the Orange Bowl,
that's what you use.
We borrowed them from my girlfriend's family, and they have high dollar ones. They're comfortable.
I have.
And you know what I didn't get?
What didn't you get? An
air mattress.
Well, I have a queen sized that you could have that I could donate to.
I know, but I should have one.
So have or borrow.
He could borrow it.
Okay.
But as long as his friends are there, he could use it.
It's super practical. I should have one
because it's that time.
That's what I need to get. That's what I need to get. I need to get that.
It's that time of the year where I'm going to have some buddies coming down too, and Christian, it's the kind of buddies who are going to be driving down, and I have no idea when they're leaving.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Overstay their welcome. Yeah, my furniture guy, it's a good experience.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
You haggle the price.
What is a furniture guy?
Okay.
You don't play sticker price. It's like a used car.
Is it in downtown West Palm?
It's in the area.
I feel like I've been to one of those spots, and yeah, okay.
I'll tell you, I felt so good because I
What'd you ush him down to?
I ushed him down. I don't know. Is that a word? I've never heard of that. About $600 from what was on the sticker.
600 less?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I went and saw my same exact unit.
What'd you do? You fake leave? I'm not going to get anything today. And then he's like desperate for the business?
I didn't fake leave. This was the NFL week 3 of last year, not this season. And we set out when we moved into our new apartment. We're going to get a new couch, a new living room setup. And we had 5 different locations on our itinerary starting at 10 a.m. And hopefully we get home at 1 o'clock to watch the games. And that was the first place we went. And we told him, okay, we're just going to go look around. And
is this a 3-seater?
This is a love seat and a couch.
Okay.
And I haggled it down $600 less than what I would have paid if I just paid sticker price. But that's the kicker. About a year ago, on Black Friday, we went shopping to another place that's considered to be extremely discounted.
For furniture?
We were just walking around.
Okay.
And they did have furniture there, so we were just walking around there trying to kill some time. Turns out I saw the same exact living room setup, just the couch. Not the couch and the love seat was the same price that I paid.
So you got a deal out.
I essentially got a BOGO without realizing it.
So Christian, let's put this in perspective. Do you have a pen and paper? I don't have any. Do you have something to write?
I have pen and paper.
All right, Colin. We need to figure out what you don't have a kitchen table, correct?
No.
Okay. You don't have chairs?
No.
Okay. So kitchen table and chairs, numero uno. Number 2, the TV has a stand, correct?
Yes.
Okay, your TV has a stand.
All good there.
You need a couch.
All right.
You need a couch.
It's not high on the list, but we need,
No.
We could use one.
If you're having buddies come over, you need a couch.
What are they going to do if you don't have a couch?
Exactly. You need a rug.
We'll figure it out. I don't know.
Partner.
Everyone goes to their room and
Partner.
they sit down.
You need a big rug to put the, you put
This is low on the list. I don't need a big
that's
rug.
frivolous. That's a luxury.
No, it's not a luxury.
I need an air fryer before
What?
I
Tell
do
me
it.
what
Colin, do you have carpet?
a rug for?
Colin, do you have carpet?
No, it's
All
floor.
right, you need a rug. What the hell is the couch going to be on? You put the rug
On the
down.
ground.
You put the rug down. You put the couch on the rug, and the rug is sticking out of the couch. It's basic.
This seems like a actual negative to having a rug. Why do you need a rug?
What? To put something on the couch, a base for the
But the
couch.
couch-
You're
don't
gonna
need that.
you're gonna sit on your couch on a floor, and you're
It's like
gonna
a tile
sit down
floor.
and
It's a tile floor.
boom! You're gonna hit the wall. The couch is gonna be moving.
What are you jumping up and down on the couch?
No more monkeys jumping on the bed.
I know people. I know people agree with me on this. All right, you need like a You need another.
I need an air mattress.
Okay, you need an air mattress for friends. Do you have a desk?
No, I don't need a desk.
You don't need a desk.
No, what do I need a desk for? I don't even have a desk.
I
here.
have a desk.
I don't even have a desk here.
I have a desk. Colin, I have a desk for my gaming system and my computer. You don't want a desk.
No.
Okay, so no desk. All right, what's in the room? We got a bed frame. I know that much.
We have a bed frame. We have a mattress.
Okay, so good there. But you need to. You don't want a TV in your room?
I have a TV.
You have a TV. Is it in your room?
That's a waste of time.
Why?
I just got to walk 11 steps outward. I don't live with anybody.
Psychologically, it's a good move to not have a TV in your room. It harms your sleep if it's there.
That's a load of baloney. Do you have a desk? Do you have a desk? Do you have a nightstand?
I have a nightstand.
Okay.
I have a tiny one. It needs to be bigger.
Okay. Well,
We don't need to change that.
where are you putting your
Food?
Oh, hold on. We're getting there. Where are you putting your clothes? Do you have a
I have
drawers?
like a stem closet. It's not like a full. It's like a step in. It's got like a little.
And you
thing.
got shelves.
And there's shelving, and I have a bunch of the
Hooks.
shelving. I put stuff that you can
Okay,
fold
all
on
right.
it.
So
and
you don't
I'm
want
all
a desk.
set there.
You don't want to. Excuse me.
Dresser. I don't need that.
You don't want a dresser. Okay.
I mean, I could use it, but I'm not. I don't.
And
need
the
it.
reason I would get a dresser, I'm a big believer in TV and room. It's insanity that Seacat shot that down so quick.
I have a TV out front.
That's okay. Not the biggest thing. So name what we've listed because I just went through them.
We need a kitchen. We need chair.
Yes.
We need a kitchen table.
Okay.
We need chairs.
Yep.
We need an air mattress. We need a couch. You claim we need a rug.
I think you need a rug. I'll send you a picture of what I have set up so it makes more sense.
I have a coffee table.
Okay.
So I'm all set there.
And you have an entertainment stand.
I have a TV table.
Okay.
So we're all good there.
Okay.
That's where I eat
You have
dinner.
a coffee table for. That's right. You're wait.
The
You're not
TV.
eating dinner. Oh yeah. You don't have a kitchen table.
No.
Where-
But do you know what a TV table? You know how it's that little folding thing.
I do. I do.
So I got one of those.
Perfect.
That's all I need.
Those are great, honestly. All right. Well, yeah. Bathroom wise, you good? You need towels, kid? You got towels? Fresh towels?
Yes.
How many?
I've lived here for 6
But hang on.
months.
But like, here's the thing. Like, when you have guests, Christian, back me up. When you have guests, you need more than 2 towels, brother.
That's true. You do forget that you need towels for everyone that's going to be there.
We're gonna figure that out when we get there.
Okay.
All right? We're gonna figure
so
that out. when we
towels.
get
Do you
there.
have
Air
not-
dry?
You have toiletries. You'll have
Got a fan.
toiletries for the guys.
You know what? I got an
Soap.
air purifier. That's sweet. I snuck that
Nice.
it. I snuck that in my suitcase coming back for the holidays because I brought a big suitcase because I knew I'd want to bring it home.
Christian, what am I missing? Does he have a laundry basket? Do you have a laundry
I
basket?
have a laundry basket, a hamper.
Okay. Well, I'm talking about like the action.
Yeah, you need a clean laundry basket.
No,
and
I
a
don't.
dirty
I could hoof it back to the closet and then figure it out from there.
Wait a
And then
minute. So you have a sack. You have like the sack hamper?
Yes.
No, you need a laundry basket.
No, I don't.
Yes,
no,
you
I
do.
don't. That's a waste of time. 888-760-3776, the number to get into the program. What do I need in my apartment? I do not need a sack.
You need a
to
laundry
carry
basket.
laundry.
What are you talking
Ryan
about?
in West Palm, you're on Russo and Rizzo. Ryan in West Palm, what do you got for us?
All right, first, Russo, what you do is you go down to South Dixie Goodwill store, because that's where all the rich people off the island donate all their stuff.
South Dixie Goodwill. I just
You
wrote
go
that down.
There, you go down there and you get your nice couch from some old lady off the island that had to donate it. You don't worry about the rug because you're single. What you do is you go to Home Depot and you get one of those outdoor vinyl rugs.
Yeah, those are
that
fairly
lasts
cheap
you know,
too.
all the seasons.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, listen, we're trying to save money here, so this is what we got to do.
Somebody with some
Yeah,
sense. We don't
you
need to
know,
buy a
it's-
laundry sack.
No, you don't need a laundry sack. And he keeps saying entertainment center. He's from the Midwest. Only people from the Midwest say entertainment center. You know,
It's a good point.
You get the TV.
TV's all set. The TV's on a
hang it up
table.
on the wall.
We're good. The TV's all set. It has.
Wait a minute.
stand.
Why is an entertainment stand a Midwestern thing? That makes no sense.
That is so 2003. You mount the TV nowadays. Yes, great. Good point, Ryan.
That's like my mom calling from Missouri saying, you got a TV, you get your entertainment center for your TV,
All right, fair enough. I guess.
Let's get down to brass tacks.
Okay, I'm in the wrong. Roger.
Yeah, 'cause you need to put your DVD player and your
Fair
VCR in the entertainment
I
center.
mean, but boys, you got to realize I have an Xbox, I have a Switch, I have a PS5. Like there's a lot of things going on.
All right, so I need to get a couch. I like this idea. Go to Goodwill and get a couch, a nice donated couch. And then anything else?
Yep, South Dixie.
Listen, I need a kitchen table and some chairs.
need
I need
chairs,
that. I need
yeah.
that. That's a must.
That's when you just go to Home Goods. Don't go to some expensive furniture store.
Facebook Marketplace could help me out with there too.
Oh, even better.
Even better.
You can find some little old lady that's wanting to get rid of it.
Perfect. We're feeding on the old ladies.
Finding a lot of little old ladies.
Maybe a little too much old ladies going after what they own, but I appreciate it, Ryan. Ryan, the Chiefs this weekend against the Bills. What do we got?
Well, I'm saying it comes down to, like always, Mahomes. When it matters, it's Mahomes. And I officially think the Chiefs have not scored 30 points this year, but it's happening Sunday. They're going to put up a 35-point performance against a putrid Bills secondary.
So this is the game where the Chiefs finally, it's almost like they wake up and then they open up that playbook?
I think they do, and I don't understand the Chiefs' hate. I mean, does no one want to see greatness? Does no one want to see,
my God,
a three-peat?
Right, you won twice. Listen,
What do you need more?
Ryan, I know.
Come on.
Ryan,
This is much. Yeah,
I know you listen to us
I like
all
that.
the
This
time,
is
partner. We appreciate. You know I'm a Mahomes guy, but by golly, brother, 3 times. I got to see you guys win 3 times.
That's fine. Let's just get it over with. Then you guys can all kiss, Josh Allen's ring next year. Let's just get this 3 in a row. Get Kelsey retired.
Does Reed retire? If you win 3 in a row, does Reed retire? Last thing.
Yes, Reed will retire if we win 3 in a row.
All right, and then Nagy or Spagnola?
Yeah.
Or neither?
Spagnola.
Okay, fair enough.
Good call, Ryan.
Thank you,
Ryan
Ryan.
in West Palm joining us there. Appreciate you chiming in, giving me some furniture advice. I like that. See, that's rational. When Mike goes, first of all, a little too much in the old ladies and feeding for.
Hello. Oh, hang on. We got some issues with the mic. Yeah, no.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Welcome to Recycle Right Trivia, sponsored by the Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County. Question 1. What belongs in the yellow recycling bin?
Newspapers, cereal boxes, magazines?
Correct! Now, blue bin. What goes in there?
Plastic bottles, aluminum cans, glass jars?
You nailed it! Remember, Palm Beach County, recycle right and stay in the game for our planet.
Hi, this is Scott Smith of Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. I have said it many times before, and I will continue to say it for many years to come. There is never a good time for a car accident to occur, and most certainly never ever a good time to suffer injuries in any type of an accident. The accident and its overall aftermath will usually cause pain, difficulty, and stress. Florida law allows accident victims to recover compensation for such losses, injuries, and damages. But such recovery is often not obtained easily and can require a lengthy fight with an insurance company. If you've been injured in an accident, call us now. Don't delay. The initial consultation is completely free of charge. The sooner you call us, the sooner we can put our experienced legal team to work for you. Don't hesitate or pause for another minute. Our experience, knowledge, and resources could be working for you just minutes after the call. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
The South Florida Fair is open. 17 days of entertainment, including the thrilling Royal Spectacular Show, live music, a new Adventureland, and farm animals in the Kubota Ag Zone, a historic village, and of course, rides, games, and delicious fair food.
Check all the activities and entertainment schedule online at southfloridafair.com or download the Fair app. Now through February 2nd in West Palm Beach.
Huddle up and catch all the playoff action at Hurricane Grill and Wings, where every day is game day. We're serving up the flavors you crave, from our refreshing new cocktails to our famous wings that are always better with Pepsi. And with our happy hour deals, you'll win all day. It's the perfect spot to catch all the football action with friends and family while enjoying your food faves, cocktails, and beer. Swing by Hurricane Grill and Wings and see what everyone's cheering about. Escape from the ordinary at one of our South Florida locations. Visit hurricanewings.com to find a restaurant nearest you.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees in the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 20 national championships, including the 2024 Women's Swimming and Diving Championship and 2023 football, lacrosse, and men's swimming and diving titles. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest.
I know you be hearing this and that from here and there, but please trust and believe, little mama. I see you.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Apologies on our end for the technical difficulties. We roll on here. We're all set, ready to roll, ready to rock and roll here now, actually. So big thanks to Christian Cat for staying happy on his feet and getting us to break there. But it's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3 with Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, and Christian Cat. We're fixing my apartment. Coming up with a list. Ryan in West Palm chimed in, said I should wait for the old ladies who live on the island to give their couch to a certain store in South Dixie that I should go and jump on.
Maybe wait until it's out of season, because these people that have a lot of money switch out their furniture every year because they're no longer. That's from this year's catalog.
People do that?
I think so. I think the uber rich certainly do, or at least their decorators do.
We're
it for
preying
them.
on the very rich.
For background,
I feel like Robin Hood.
That's fine. For what I have a bed, I have a bed frame, I have a bedside table, I have a solo person recliner. I would call it. It's more of a chair than a full recliner. And I have a folding chair, the one that you could bring to a youth basketball game or a youth soccer game. And then I have a TV table and a coffee table. And that is it. I got my bike hanging out there that I bought over the weekend.
Just in the living room against the wall.
Yeah. No, you understand too. My apartment has a separate room. And my apartment has a separate room that it's not a bedroom. It's not labeled as a bedroom because it doesn't have a closet. It doesn't have a window. It's just like a room. I think it was like a renovation issue.
An office?
Maybe. It's like a renovation issue. Am I using it? Absolutely not. I'm not using it. But
so you have a guest room?
No, my bike. It's not labeled as a bedroom. It could definitely be a bedroom.
Oh, it's the bike room.
It's the bike room. The bike hangs out in there. Hard Rock Bet Go get started today. We got the championship weekend ahead with the Bills game on Sunday and the Eagles game earlier before that. Go get started now. Go put together a parlay. Check out the Discover page. You can check what other users have put together in terms of parlays, utilizing promos, even basketball, football, all together, up to 20 legs. Bet as little as $1. Go download Hard Rock Bet now on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Go to hardrock.bet to get started today. You're going to watch these games anyway. Football's ending in just a couple weeks here. We only got a couple games to go. So enjoy it. Enjoy it the best way you can and put a little action on it over on Hard Rock Bet. Try it now. Get up to $100 back in bonus bets if your first bet does not win. That first bet can be a parlay, prop, the over. Whatever you like to bet in the game you choose. You either win your first bet or get the same amount you bet back as a bonus bet. We're going to be giving out a parlay that Mike and I will make separately a little later on in the program when we blitz the book. So we'll give our Hard Rock insights then. But it's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. The wager terms, conditions apply. Considered by gambling. Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. All right. Phone lines are open. 888-760-3776. I need to fix out my apartment. What's step one? What do we do here? 888-760-3776. We go to Riviera Beach. Leo in Riviera Beach joins us now on Russo and Rizzo. Leo, what do you got for us?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. First thing I would say, you seem like a practical guy, Russo.
Yep.
You know, you don't need too much to be happy.
No problem.
So
Yes.
I would say the best thing for the best bang for your buck is get a little square card table with the 4 folding chairs that are metal. And you can, if you don't want to use it, you can put it in the den or your extra room. If you want to use it, you can pull it out in 3 seconds. And if you have friends over, so if you wanted to put it away, it's easy.
And you
like
get
the
4
TV
seats
tray
out of it.
that you have.
And you get 4 seats.
And you get 4 seats out of it. So if you invite a couple people over for the game, or say you invite a special someone over for dinner or something,
We're not there yet.
They
Okay.
won't be sitting on the floor. And then about the Chiefs.
Go ahead.
About the Chiefs, I just, in response to the other caller, I just want to see something where it feels like fair and square. To be honest, I'm a Dolphins fan and a diehard one at that, and to see the Chiefs always somehow seemingly be put in positions that make it a little bit easier to win, and maybe it's confirmation bias, but it seems to happen multiple times a game where it's like, oh wow, if they wouldn't have got that call, or oh wow, they showed Taylor Swift, and then Travis Kelce has his best game in the playoffs, or the Ravens forget to run the ball last year for some reason. They only run the ball 6 times in the second half, and they're only down by 7 points. So it's just like I just want it to feel fair and square, and I figured out a way for the Chiefs to lose. I have to go on Hard Rock Bet, and I actually have to bet on them because I was betting against Notre Dame the whole time until the national championship, and then I put a bet on Notre Dame, and look what happened. They lost. So maybe I need to do that for the Chiefs.
Yeah, pounce on your bad week and then go on the Chiefs. Maybe that's what you need. That's what we need, Leo. And to the Chiefs, I understand it doesn't necessarily earned is not the right word. It doesn't feel clean. And the fact that it doesn't feel clean, I feel like leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. And I think people are a little sick of what Kansas City does year in and year out. Appreciate the call, Leo. Says, I like that idea, though. The square, I know exactly what he's talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about.
It's like a smaller table. It's not like a kitchen table where there's more space.
I have no idea what
it's a little
a card table, yeah. Where
card
it's
table.
almost like a hexagon. Or,
you have it like on a deck
like
or
a poker,
backyard.
like a poker table,
card table,
with the felt.
No, not a poker table with that's like a octagonal.
I was thinking of that
with the
you were
felt.
Like octagonal.
Yeah, we were thinking the poker table with the felt where you deal the cards.
I'm thinking just a square. And it's just like it has a little thing. And then that maybe I'm wrong on that?
We're getting you a kitchen table.
That is a kitchen table.
No, it's not.
It's seated for one.
If you have kitchen on the table, I think that by definition, that's a kitchen table.
Now, probably.
So one thing he said, too, is he said when you invite buddies over to the kitchen tables, the difference maker between we need a couch if we want to invite buddies.
Here's my thing. I find it hard to believe when the dog and Mrs. Russo come on down that they're not just going to finish out this
Mike,
apartment.
They left me, and there was 0 things in the apartment.
The dog thinks this is hysterical, per you?
Yeah. Hopefully my landlord's not listening. He's like, this place is a dump right when we walked in.
Well, I feel like if you kind of force your father to spend time in
I'm
your
not
apartment.
asking. I don't need a hand. I don't need that. I don't need it.
That's true. You're a big boy.
I don't need it. I don't need the charity. Go get a couch. I don't need it. I'll take it, but I'm not going to need it.
My dad helped me out with it. I mean,
I'm very. There's something about you can get used to anything. I am so used to it. It doesn't matter.
Just batching it.
Yeah. I ate my eggs standing up in the kitchen this morning, and then I left.
Good for your core.
No problem.
Christian.
And I left. And then I left. I don't need like a rock climbing wall. I don't need any of that. All right? It's simplicity.
But like when you're used to it now, but like when you set up your apartment, like it's like, oh man, thank God I did that. There's a sense of that.
There was a sense of that when I picked up the couch. And the little recliner chair. That was a nice ad.
I told you, Leo mentioned a young lady coming on over. That was my epiphany that I needed to get back in Peoria.
We're not there yet.
Christian, you know this story, right?
Yes, you told it on air.
Okay, just making sure.
For those who don't know, a girl came over to Mike Rizzo's apartment and saw what you had.
Walked out. She said, "You're a real nice guy. I think you're cute." She goes, I think you're really cute. She goes, you're a real nice guy, but I'm not walking. She goes, I can't hang out here.
So this wasn't like a joking thing?
No, she was completely flat out honest with me.
She left.
She left.
She left. This is
I
like
thought this was like
No.
I can't believe you live like this.
no. She's like concerned.
She
I'm
left.
concerned.
She left. She goes, I'm sorry. I can't stay here.
She shared her location with her mom.
No,
Like, if
not
anything
like
happens
that.
to me,
Not
I'm
like
here.
that. She just straight up told me because she's
hitchhiking down the
because
hitchhike.
she was 25, and at the time I think I was like 26, 27. You know, we were very similar in age, and she still lived at home, and we couldn't go back to her place. So I'm like, oh, God, all right, here we go. I'm like, we'll go back to mine.
So she went
and
home
when she saw
to
the
her
setup,
parents, to her childhood bedroom and hang out with her parents instead of hang out with you because
when
that's how
she
bad
saw
the apartment was.
Colin, when she saw my setup of just a cot on the ground, a recliner chair, my TV, and my Wi-Fi box, she left. And I don't blame her. It was a learning experience. Now, fully furnished apartment, lady-friendly.
My
ready to
router
go.
is hanging from the ceiling.
That is,
Probably like works technically though. Like gives you better coverage.
No problem.
dude, I have.
Think your
No,
phone.
but the plug-in was like 7 feet off the ground. And so the coaxial cable, the thing you have to connect to the box,
Yeah.
it's not that long. And I didn't have an extender one.
Well, go
so
get one.
Well, yeah, that feels like an easy $4
Go
fix.
get one. Yeah, Walmart.
That
Go
feels
get
like you.
Hold on a second. I'm not touching that part of the wall anytime soon. I could just leave the router there, and I haven't looked at it
Dude,
since.
I'm so, as you guys know, gamer. All right, I have AT&T fiber. All right, I'm playing on 2 ping on my FIFA games.
All right.
All right,
Is that good or bad?
That's amazing.
The lower you get in ping is the better
It's
it
the
is?
better. It's the better.
So if I have 15 ping, they
It's
were
all right. It's all right.
All right.
What is
Right.
my next step, Christian? Mike thinks I should get a rug and then
I told you what you
install
need. So
a rock climbing wall and everything.
No, stop it.
What do
I
I
said
need?
the only thing that you think is crazy is putting a rug under
And
your
the
couch.
laundry sack. The laundry
No,
sack.
you need a
Dude, grow up.
laundry
Grow
bin.
up.
He has 2 arms.
Grow up. I have 2 arms.
You know what? I'm
that
going to give you
works.
I have an extra one. I'll give you one.
I don't need it.
Yeah,
I
you
will
do.
refuse.
do you
I'm
mean?
okay. It's
You need a laundry basket.
Mike,
You never.
Mike, it's a 32-step walk around the apartment from the dryer.
Where do you put your
to the
dirty
closet.
clothes?
No,
Where do you put your
the
dirty
I have
clothes?
a dirty one sack. I have that. I have a hamper.
What are you
I
in
told
college?
The clothes fit in it. I don't need a fancy. Who walks in and says, that hamper is not up to speed?
All right.
I think
I maybe.
The hamper is where we draw the line?
a good couch changes everything.
It does.
Because a good couch
Then the
nap.
home. Then it turns into a home.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And a good couch nap cannot be compared to a good nap anywhere else. I'm a big fan of the couch, and it accommodates more people. That was a big turning when I got my first job out of college in Oklahoma. It was the couch that changed things.
And I told you there's something to be said, partner. When you're finally done with your apartment, you're done furnishing it, it looks great. You walk in after a day where you go, oh, God, thank God everything's set up. How the hell did I live like that?
Well, you know what I need to get before I'm getting anything? And it's because I'm doing this half Ironman. I'm committed. I got to do this. I have to get an indoor trainer. An indoor trainer is something you hook up to your bike so you could, when in doubt, if you can't go outside to bike, you could do it right there and it tracks and the whole thing. I need to get one of those.
So like props up the back wheel and you pedal as if.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. I need to get one of those because that's a must-have. And so those things run you like a good one. You need to get a good one. They're like $200.
I feel
So
like
that's
in
next.
South Florida, you're kind of okay, especially because
True,
you have an
but
afternoon
but my
show.
thinking is the rain and also the timing. Once you start having to do it for a long period of time, sometimes you're not going to want to go God knows where onto the streets. And the streets in Florida are, listen, I'm not a cyclist guy. I hate driving near the cyclists, but it's not very accommodating, I would say.
That's a good point, actually.
It's not. It's not a bike lane city.
Do you, is there a patio? Do you need a patio set?
No. I don't
Okay,
need
you don't have a balcony or anything?
No.
Yeah, that stuff all looks good when you buy it at the hardware store, and then once you put it outside, it looks good, and then you never use it.
Never use it. I don't need it. If I want to go outside and enjoy the weather, I'll walk outside, and then I'll enjoy the weather. How's that? So I think if there's steps here, I understand a couch. The real reason I brought this up is because on Sunday, the Australian Open final is at 3:30 in the morning. And it's going to be whether one of Yannick Sinner, Ben Shelton, whatever.
So
Novak
Sunday
Djokovic. It might be Djokovic-Sinner, which is a big match.
Sunday into Monday. 3 a.m. Monday morning?
Saturday into Sunday.
Okay, gotcha.
Sunday morning. And I should have clarified that. 3:30 in the morning. I'm going to watch it. My parents are in town. My dad's going to want to watch it too. So we're going to get up and watch it. And he asked me, he's like, where are we watching this? He's in a hotel. My mother, that's not going to fly. So he's not watching it in the hotel. I don't know. Do you want to come to mine? And we trade after every set. He gets the lawn chair the first set. I get the main chair, and then we flip. You could do that.
I think what's going to happen is
do we go to a 24/7 bar?
What's going to happen is the dog's going to come over. Actually, hang on, Christian.
Not a bad idea.
Hold on,
Not a
Christian.
bad idea. There's something there.
The dog's going to come over. He's going to see your setup. He's going to get tired of sitting on the floor, and he's going to take you to a furniture store
it's going to be 3:30 in the morning. Mike, it's going to be 3:30
Well,
in the
guess
morning.
what? At 10 a.m. when those stores open, dog's going to be the first one in line waiting on a couch.
Hold on. But what about the game? We're going to have to watch the match somewhere.
He's going to have to gut it out on the lawn chair.
All right.
Make sure you get him. Make sure you get him a water bottle.
Unless there's an alternative.
I got you.
You got me.
I know an Australian bar.
Oh, my God.
Shut up.
Yes.
24/7?
Up until 5 a.m. But I feel like
that
they'll
will
stay
be open.
open.
Okay, so, all right, hold on. Is it just Australians that hang out there? What makes an Australian bar? They drink beer like Americans do.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're eating shrimp on the barbie.
But they are an Australian bar. I'll send you the information.
Thank
Their
you.
hours are from 7 a.m. to 5 a.m.
I just got to call. Be like, you guys open?
If there's one time they'd stay open past 5 a.m., it would be
for the Australian Open final. Dude, you were on to something.
Mm-hmm. I've driven past it almost every single day.
Oh, you've never been in?
Never been in. It looks like a real divey place.
How do you know it's Australian?
I just have...
Do they have an Australian flag outside?
I see the Foster's thing, and I see a flag I didn't recognize, so I assumed it was Australian.
It was blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
the Foster's sign that really
the
gives it away.
Australian flag is like the British flag in the top left corner, and then it's blue.
All right, so maybe that's what I do. That's genius. Good job.
I don't know, but thank you.
Good job.
I don't know what the crowd there is going to be very inviting at 3 a.m., though. Because you have people that are residuals that aren't tennis fans that are still drinking at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, well, we're waking up for it. We're not hanging out till it, if that makes sense. Like, we're going to be waking up for the match.
Fair.
What do they eat for breakfast in Australia?
Vegemite.
Who?
Vegemite. I know from the song Down
Sounds like
Under.
a bug.
Why'd you say who?
It sounds like a bug.
Have you ever heard of the song from Men at Work, Down Under?
No.
You're gonna listen to it when
Who's
we come
Men
back.
at Men at Work?
Oh, very good band.
We got to take a quick timeout. We got to blitz the book next and figure out where I'm going to watch this Australian Open. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
The Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, an affiliate of the Palm Beach Health Network, is committed to delivering high-quality care to the communities they serve. Their award-winning physicians and specialists provide a level of expertise that has resulted in regional firsts and outstanding patient outcomes. For a physician referral, call 866-654-2362. To learn more about the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, visit pbhnphysiciangroup.com, pbhnphysiciangroup.com, to get in touch with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group.
Now at DQ Grill and Chill, enjoy $7 meal deals. The 3-piece chicken strip meal deal and the original cheeseburger meal deal. Both come with fries, a 21-ounce drink, and a sundae. Sweeten the deal and upgrade to a small Blizzard treat for just $2 extra. Get more for less at DQ Grill and Chill with the $7 chicken strip meal deal and $7 original cheeseburger meal deal. DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
As market dynamics change, the quality and service you receive from your accounting firm shouldn't. Partner-owned since 1923, Anshin Accountants and Advisors take the time to get to know you and your unique circumstances to help resolve complex issues and develop innovative tax and accounting solutions tailored to meet your goals. If you're a high net worth individual or business owner eager for a strategy to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver value where others can't. Visit anchin.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, recalculating what's possible.
Hey, it's Theo Dorsey. Spring training returns to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium in less than a month. Come and see the St. Louis Cardinals and the Miami Marlins in action for 30 games in 30 days from February 22nd to March 23rd. Tickets, groups, mini plans, birthdays, VIP experiences, and so much more are on sale right now. Visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com or stop by our ticket office today. We can't wait to see you at the ballpark.
The South Florida Fair is open. 17 days of entertainment, including the thrilling Royal Spectacular Show, live music, a new Adventureland, and farm animals in the Kubota Ag Zone, a historic village, and of course, rides, games, and delicious fair food.
Check all the activities and entertainment schedule online at SouthFloridaFair.com or download the Fair app. Now through February 2nd in West Palm Beach.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Russo and Rizzo closing out the program, a Thursday edition on ESPN 106.3. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Christian Katz from the City Play Studios in downtown West Palm Beach, figuring out where to watch the Australian Open at 4 in the morning on Sunday. Between, well, the semifinals are yet to be had. One at 10:30 tonight, and the other at 3 in the morning. So set your alarms. We got an early one. Sinner and Ben Shelton, excuse me. The American, by the way. We root for he's an American. You're not getting up for that, Christian?
No.
God, no.
You're not getting up for that, Mike?
Hell no.
No?
Watched one tennis match in my life.
So you
actually interning for your dad at that time. That's the only reason why I watched it, is because he talked about it on the show. And I was like, okay.
Do you remember which one it was?
It was one of the combination. It was Djokovic, definitely.
Federer, 2019 Wimbledon?
Yeah, it was 2019, so it must have been then. Yeah.
Wimbledon on grass courts?
And in the summer normally?
The 5-hour match?
Yeah.
With the extended tiebreaker? That
Sounds
was
about right.
Excellent. One of the great tennis matches. You watched the classic, and that didn't turn you?
It never had me crawling back.
Wow. All right.
So, Colin, this is Saturday night at 3 a.m. There's a chance.
Sunday morning, yes.
There is a chance when Colin's getting up, I'm just going to bed.
Maybe you should meet up with them.
There is a chance.
Maybe you should just head out to the Australian bar.
There is a chance I stumble in bed at 3 a.m. and sleep till 9 in the morning, and Colin and his dad are on their way to bar to watch the Australian Open.
I almost sound insensitive.
Come on. That's what the song sounded like.
It's time for us to put together some bets here because we got a packed weekend ahead, and it's time for Mike and I to put our heads together, put together a parlay. Let's blitz the book.
Send some heat. Pin your ears back. It's time to blitz the book. Presented by Hard Rock Bet.
We're blitzing the book, presented by Hard Rock Bet on ESPN 106.3. Download Hard Rock Bet now in the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store. Go to hardrock.bet to get started today. You get up to $100 back in bonus bets if your first bet does not hit. It could be parlay, prop, the over, whatever you like to bet in a game you choose. Win your first bet or get the same amount you bet back as a bonus bet. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. The wager terms, conditions apply. Considered by gambling. Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. All right, Mike. So we got to put together a parlay, and we can't rely on college football this week.
God, no. And you want to know where we're going, Christian?
Where are we going?
'Tis the season. We're going tennis.
Wow.
We're going tennis. So I put this parlay together for Colin and I tonight. Now, I relied on Colin's knowledge of tennis. We're going Djokovic, Sinner, and Madison Key. $10. We're parlay.
The men's semis still are yet to be had, and the women's have their final already set. And there's an American in it, Madison Keys.
We're going to parlay Madison Keys.
That's a woman? That's a woman?
Correct.
Okay.
Sinner.
It's a man or a woman?
A man, I believe, Italian man.
Come on, dude. It's the best tennis player in the world. I mean, he's number
Is he
one
Italian?
in the world.
He's Italian. He's
Yannick
Italian.
Sinner.
Yeah.
He's number one in the world.
I did not know that.
Never heard.
And then Djokovic. So it's $10 to win 61. Now, we're really banking on Madison Keys because the other two are going to win. Let's be honest. The other two are going to win.
Keys had one of the great matches because she had a tiebreaker to win the third set. Third set's to win it all in the women's. You don't have to win two. You don't have to win three. You have to win 2 out of 3. And it was a tiebreaker, which means it went to 6 games apiece. So you do a tiebreaker, and it's first to 7. And if it continues, if you have to win by 2 in terms of points, back and forth. Rotating serve every 2. And
now
it was 10-8 in the tiebreaker between Madison Keys and Swiatek, who is the number 2 women's tennis player in the world. So now she's playing Sabalenka, and Sabalenka has won the last 2 Australian Opens. Best tennis player, female tennis player in the world at the moment.
So with those 3 picks, what are their odds individually? You said that they are...
Keys is plus 260.
Okay, so that is on the limb.
Yes. And Yannick Sinner is a minus 1,600. He's going to beat Ben Shelton. Ben Shelton's a great serve, but he just can't hold with Sinner. Whatever.
Terrible backhand, C-Cat.
Djokovic might be the best tennis player of all time, and he has won 10 Australian Opens. So he's impossible to beat in this event. He's playing Zverev, who was a good player, but never can get through to the end. I think Djokovic, he knocked off Alcaraz. He has a chance to be the first tennis player in a major history to knock off 4, 3, 2, and 1. Zverev is 2, Sinner is 1, Alcaraz was 3. So he has a chance to make some real history at that point.
Minus 160 on Djokovic, minus 1,800 on Sinner.
And then Madison Keys is plus 260.
All together, plus 518 parlay.
All right, want to add one more to that? Let's do an NBA. Let's do an NBA. Let's do an over point total. So how about that? We mix with all one NBA and all the tennis.
Okay, so 4-leg parlay.
4-leg parlay here.
Who do you like tonight? These games kind of stink. Outside of the Thunder.
Let's do an over-under on points.
I hate over.
No, this is going to be fun.
I hate over-under. We're 0 for 2 on over-unders, by the way.
Let's do the Portland Trailblazer Orlando Magic over 213. Two good, great defense in Orlando, but two teams who have trouble
Don't you
scoring.
want to just take Orlando 7.5? The Trailblazers stink. They're at home.
Trailblazers just
healthy.
beat the Heat. They just beat the Heat.
Are they on a back-to-back?
No, I don't think so. 213. I like that. That's low, Mike. That's 106.
Right, so you want to go over?
Mike, that's 106,
I'll
107.
trust you. We're 0 for 2 on over-unders.
That's 106, 107.
All right.
All right, we added it. We are at plus 1,079.
Ooh, so
1070, plus 1070.
A no-regret Hard Rock bet, first bet up to $100. Let's say put the big hundo on that parlay.
Djokovic to win. Yannick Sinner to win. Madison Keys to win. Over 213. Total points, Blazers at Magic.
I'm risking $100.
That gets you a G.
Christian, we'd win $1,178.
Ooh. And if you lose, it's your first bet of Hard Rock bet.
No sweat.
You get that back in promo.
No sweat. Up to $100 back. So let's do it. Like that.
Watch the ridiculous tennis bets win and that over/under screw us.
Well, it would make sense for the tennis bets to win because they are big favorites.
No, Keys isn't.
Madison Keys.
She's plus 280.
I think
she's plus 280.
The irony play is watch the minus 1,800 favorite lose and all the other ones win.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Djokovic, Sinner, Keys,
God, you and
213.
I'll tell you what, Colin and the dog are really into tennis.
Tennis is a great. It's a blast.
You want to know? I'm not gonna. I'll make sure not to say this around your dad. They need to paywall that. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that.
It's at 3 in the morning.
Paywall it.
3 in the morning.
He doesn't want to fall asip on the couch and get
woken
up.
Wake up to tennis. It does my brother's head in because my brother is just like Colin and the dog. He'll watch every match. Joe will watch every match, and we'll be on vacation. I'm like, dude, can you turn this off?
So, Colin, I sent you a picture of the Australian bar I'm sending you and your father to. It's a little grimy place.
Fine with me.
Salt of the
rough.
Earth. To be open that late,
rough.
yeah.
Christian, a little rough.
There's no Four Seasons that you could stroll into.
Are they smoking RCs there? They're smoking real cigarettes inside, probably.
Probably. I see a couple of billiards tables. I see the geographical map of Australia on the window, so Yeah. I'm correct there.
Colin, RCs inside. Do they have do the Australians drink a special beer?
Yeah.
Is there an Australian?
They drink heavy beer. Light beer does not
lager?
exist.
So they drink lager?
Yeah, it does not exist in Australia.
Okay, so we're going to have a lot of lager, a lot of RCs.
There's a jukebox there, like a real one.
And what's playing? That song you just played.
Dude, you're not selling me. Like, I'm going. Like, I'm going.
I mean, guys, 3 in the morning, cigs will be smoked inside.
I'm going to have to call them.
Okay, Christian, you agree with me. RCs will be sparked up inside
I'm
going to
have to make sure that they have the match. And then hopefully, I assume, since it's an Australian bar, that all the Australians in the area, all 8 of them, will come into that bar to watch a good match in the morning. Come in the morning. There's a difference in staying through the night. Come in the morning to watch it.
I think you should definitely give them a call. Good idea.
No, you're going to have guys... Never mind. Not show-friendly.
The overnighters?
Yeah, you're trying to get a last gasp of bringing somebody home.
That's true.
Maybe. We'll see.
Literally. And especially if this is one of the only places open.
We'll be back at it tomorrow for Russo and Rizzo, 4 to 6 p.m. Big thanks to Christian keeping us up over the air. Mike Rizzo and Colin Russo with you on ESPN 106.3. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay focused. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3.